are now with Demigod.
I heard that has something to do with, like, it's like a power thing more so than it's actually attractive. Like, that's just weird to me.
I'm not gonna incriminate myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
I'm good.
Niggas is pussy on this podcast. I'll tell you that.
I'm
I mean,
doing something.
Everybody,
I'm actually doing something.
everybody
it.
want to talk hot off mic.
Yeah.
Y'all get to watch me post something live.
Like, it's not like...
Is it like Trina spit?
It's like you're kissing and it just like there's like a little slight exchange, but it's not on no like nasty like like yeah. It's like
Missy Elliott did that shit in the song when we was kids. You remember that shit?
It's some like sexy shit. I don't know.
Ain't shit sexy about that.
Yeah.
It's the hell of a way to start off a Christmas episode too.
I'm not judging. Should I get my Christmas hat? I'm not judging you.
Yeah, go get it.
But I would. I should get my Santa Claus hat?
Yeah, nigga, go get
I
it.
should wear my Santa Claus hat?
Yeah.
Go get the Santa Claus hat.
But nah, that's a very, I don't know. I feel like there's certain things that bring pleasure. It's not one of them for me.
It's not like a.
What do you?
I don't know.
You feel like that does something for you?
Have you ever felt like you were like you ever been like having sex and you're like I'm not having sex, I'm like really fucking this person. Like
what?
No. No, yeah.
I'm
like
gonna do Garfield, New Jersey again.
like a real like you're like making love type of a thing. I feel like there's different levels. Like some people you're just like fucking, and then there's some people that you're like, oh, I'm kind of having sex or with or whatever.
But I think that passion has to do with like how attracted you are to that person, though, right? Nah.
Yes.
Cause like
it's my passion.
Yeah, if it's like a person that's like, this is a little fling. That's gonna hit different than it's like, all right, like I've been waiting to be with this person.
It has to be someone you have emotions for.
Yeah.
Because passion's an emotions. You feel me? So if you're someone you don't emotionally care about, how could you possibly be passionate about them? Unless you emotionally care about the act itself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just are passionate about having sex because it's sex. Mm-hmm. That's what mess. Not necessarily that you're passionate about the person. But yeah, if there's no emotion involved, you there's no passion because it's an emotion. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, there's gotta be some emotion involved, but I don't think emotion should be mistaken for like love. No, for sure not. No. Lust isn't love. But there's some type of emotion there.
Yeah.
Have you ever met someone and y'all both like y'all realize like a lusty thing, but y'all both kind of like lean into it? Yeah. You know, it's like I feel like there's always a dynamic there, where like some people like almost like allow the lie to go a little bit further. It's like, oh, like I just met this person. We've been talking since this weekend. Obviously, everything is going good. Fucking the circumstances we met under was some like unusual shit. It just feels like mad, like passionate, like like someone's typing this up, like as you're living it, on some 50 Shades of Grey shit, you know. And it's like, maybe we lean into the lie a little bit.
Yeah.
But you do have to be able to like
that happens to me.
Separate.
But if you're I feel
wait,
like,
what'd you just say?
You said it happens.
I said that happened to me.
I feel like when you're in it though, do you actually believe it's a lie, or is it like, oh, it's a lie in hindsight?
In
like
what?
When it's over, you look back like, it was just a lie. But when you're in it, you're like, I'm in it. You know what I mean?
Nah, I think you always really know.
You always know.
Yeah, you always know.
If it's just lusty, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's just like, damn. You can definitely tell the difference.
Yeah, because I don't know. It feels different.
They are fun.
Yeah, it's fun when it's not done on like, all right, like no one's being taken advantage of.
Yeah, like you stay over there, I stay over here. I think what a lot of the times what happens is like guys, like sometimes I feel like they don't know how to be like. Because guys are so close with, like, their guy friends, I feel like when they get, like, into a fling, they feel like they can treat them like a friend, like, close or whatever. and have like do like a friends with benefits, but I feel like that never really works.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever worked.
Friends with benefits is almost always an awful idea.
Because I think
it's
eventually,
a terrible idea.
eventually someone's gonna end up with feelings, right?
Yeah, I feel like that just gets all
Because
crazy and
my thing with that too is like, boom, you can be a genuine person, and there might be a person that's just like honestly just used to experiencing shitty people.
Yeah.
And like you just being a genuine person and like, all right, like this is how I treat my friends, right? Like it's just respect, compassion. Like if you're having a bad day, I'll listen to you. That's just that's friend shit right there. That's not technically relationship shit, but if you've never gotten that from, the
you
opposite
can't do
sex, or
that.
if you've never gotten that from like the person that you're usually attracted to, that may feel like, oh my god, this person really, really cares about me. But it's like, nah, you're just used to really shitty people.
Yeah.
And it's like now I'm coming and I'm trying to be a guy where it's just like, all right, like I'm cool. I'm being cordial. We're chilling. I'm treating you with respect. And then now it kind of gets like,
if you want to keep it to a fling, you can't do that.
You can't treat people with respect.
No, you can, but you have to keep them like. It can't be so like connected because like guys, things are just like very like what did Chris say last episode? Guys are very like dismissive. It's very nonchalant. Like your feelings don't get too attached into things. Like you guys just care because it's just like a decency type of a thing.
Yeah.
But it's not like you would care if this was an actual friendship.
Yeah. And this is why I was gonna say something. This is why I feel like something I'm gonna teach my daughter. Whenever you're dealing with men, you gotta get answers like explicitly. Like don't like let things just don't assume anything with a guy. Like if you wanna know like hey, what are like say is it serious, it's not serious. And like take the answer at 100%. Like if they say it's not serious, all right, cool. Know that going in. Don't expect the guy to switch. Like don't expect one day, oh, I feel like sometimes women do this like, oh, he said it's not serious, but I know I'm gonna get him eventually. I wouldn't bet on it. Yeah. Don't bet on it until that person says, yeah, I'm serious about you. Because then you know now either he's serious or he's a liar.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you get your answer a lot sooner.
Exactly.
Because I don't know, it's just you can't go into something with the idea of I'm going to change this person's mind, especially if you're going in under the false pretenses that like we both initially want the same thing. So if you have a conversation with like some people don't take the time to have that conversation. They might meet someone, be hanging out with them, whatever. They never really discuss it, and then now one person is confused because like, oh, I thought this was going a certain direction. But there are situations where both people have those conversations, and it's like, all right, boom, now we both want the same thing. One person decides in their head mentally, like, nah, I could actually see myself with this person.
Yeah.
And then now they're kind of converting their head, like, all right, I'm gonna start, pushing more, putting in more effort, doing all this or whatever. And then like they're like looking at the other person like, yo, why aren't you moving on to this next level with me? And they're like, what do you mean? We both just agreed we're staying on this level.
Yeah.
But it's like you putting yourself in a bad situation because like me, I can't be around somebody that I don't already genuinely enjoy. You feel me? Like so if you're a person where it's like, all right, like you're cool, like I could fuck with you, I enjoy being around you, then I want to be around you. But I can't turn off how I treat people. Like so, like I said, I treat people with respect. Like if I'm cool with you, like everybody knows how I am with everybody. Like I'm just gonna be myself around people. So sometimes people haven't experienced that, so they'll kind of like I don't know, feel like I'm giving off more than like what I'm actually trying to give off. And me, I just feel like I'm trying to be a genuine person, and I don't do things with malintentions, And sometimes things have gotten misconstrued, and I've had to have conversations where it's like I didn't really mean for it to get to that point, and it's kind of hard for me to see when things go like that. So I was like, those situations, I just try to like I can't do that because I know I'm just a genuinely I'm a decent person. I'm not gonna say I'm a fucking amazing person, but
just decent.
People are out there that's so fucking
Why just decent?
I'm saying decent because people are out there that are shitty. Like people are just used to dealing with shitty people.
Why not great?
I think I'm a great person.
So say it.
Nah, but I'm not saying I'm a great person and saying that this person, they're hooked on me because I'm a great person.
Mm-hmm.
This person is hooked on me because I'm being decent to them, and they're used to dealing with really shitty people.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's like now when you come and you meet me, it's like, oh, your friends are cool. They brought me around their friends. They did this, they did that, whatever the case may be. And it's like, yeah, but it's like that's just how I operate in my everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like my friends, they're genuine people. So if they meet you, they're gonna, embrace you and stuff like that.
So
So
what's the difference between you treating a fling like that and somebody that you want to take serious?
I have the conversation with a person I want to take serious. I don't want to take them serious.
Explicit answers.
Okay.
Explicit.
But everybody gets treated the same.
No, there's certain things that obviously I'm not gonna do with a girl that's like specifically a fling. And I don't go out and I don't fucking, cause me personally, like in this last, well, I've been single for like 2 years now, and it's nice because you don't have to like, I don't know, I don't gotta lie to nobody, And even when I was in a relationship, I wasn't lying to someone, but it's just like there's certain pressures and shit that like, so if someone wants to text me and they're like, yo, I haven't heard from you in a minute, like, yeah, I haven't been feeling like texting. You can't say that to your girlfriend. Oh, I haven't heard from you all day. Oh, I'm sorry. I just, my day's been kind of rough. I just didn't really feel like talking. It's just like your whole fucking tone changes. It's like, it's a whole bunch of shit. But I enjoy being in single landscape because I can focus on what I want to focus on. And there isn't really much that someone can do to be like, oh, like, you're not paying attention to this because I'm doing that or whatever the case may be. It's like, nah, I want to focus on my energy. I'm making hoodies this week. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody can hit my phone and complain about me not showing them any time or effort.
So
I enjoy that.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you feel like you can't have that with a I don't like that word partner, with like a wife or a girlfriend right now?
Because you literally have to put effort to a relationship.
Yeah, but you could put effort in a relationship and still be like, yo, I don't feel like talking. Don't text me today.
But that's not
Respectfully.
That's not
say it, respectfully with a
those
more
behaviors.
buttoned up.
Those behaviors aren't conducive to a relationship because even if you do feel like that, generally, you don't ever want to make your partner feel like they're on the outskirts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to make someone feel like, all right, like even though they're not talking to me,
mm-hmm.
and it has nothing to do with me, this is still a person that I enjoy being around. This is a person that I'm with, and I want to talk to them, and I can't talk to them right now.
Yeah, but
it's not a good feeling.
I also, in my opinion, and I say it, I'm questioning because I do stuff like this. I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone, it has to be complete understanding on both sides. So like at the end of the day, you have to understand me. So if I don't feel like talking today, well, I'm a natural introvert. One, I'm a melancholy. Two, it has nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no disrespect for you. It's just, hey, some days I just don't feel like talking. And if I'm not talking to you, it's not because I don't like you. It's because it's just one of those days Christian doesn't feel like talking. And I feel like you got to understand that or you can't be with me.
Yeah.
I feel like that comes with, like, just knowing your partner, though.
Yeah.
Like, in the first few stages of you
mm-hmm.
being with somebody, you're not going to know that this man, he just needs his space today, and that's okay. Like,
mm-hmm.
it's not personal and things like that. I think in the dating phases, that's where you, like, get to know things like that. Like, all right, he needs space. I noticed this is how he needs space, and later on he'll tell me it might not be today, but it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think a conversation definitely needs to be had.
I don't know. I personally enjoy, I do enjoy solitude for one, and two, I do think what Christian said is right, but on the other side too, is trying to find a person that's emotionally mature enough to make a realization like, all right, like this person does need certain things, or this person, wants to do certain things, and that's how they are. A lot of people don't think like that. So to save myself the headache and troubles,
mm-hmm.
I would just rather not do that.
Yeah.
Because I can just be in a space right now where I don't have to answer to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I can live my life, and anybody that does come along, it's like, all right, like I can be open with them. I can be honest with them about what I do want, and then I can just move on from there. Yeah. But I don't have to be feeling like even though I'm dealing with my own emotions, I just don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do this. In the back of my head, I'm like, all right, damn, but what if this person's having a bad day? Like, what if they had a really, really bad day? This is one of my days where I don't feel like talking to anybody. Mm-hmm. And then they came to me to talk, and I'm like, I don't want to talk today.
Yeah, and
that is going to make them feel some type of way.
That happens. There's days where, like, I might not feel like doing something, but in the back of my head, I'm like, damn, you really should do this. Or like, yo, you haven't hung out with her friends in like 3 months. You gotta go today. You know what I mean? And I tell myself that sometimes, and I'll go do it. So I always try to find a balance, like between, all right, what do I want to do, and what are some things I have to do as a boyfriend? Because Esther Pearl, I sent her I sent you her podcast one day, but she's like a relationship guru. Like she's been doing counseling for relationships for like 20 years. She's mastered her craft.
Yeah.
And she says every relationship has roles, has hierarchy, and has boundaries. And just for the role aspect, I know my role as a boyfriend is like there's still certain things I have to do. Like even though I want to be myself and I have my own personality, if I don't play the role of a boyfriend, then I have no reason to be a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a husband, if you're not gonna play the role of a husband, then you have no reason to be a husband. So I understand, like, okay, there's things I gotta do. Like,
Yeah.
so even though today might be one of those I don't feel like talking, there are days where I don't feel like talking. But like, all right, I got to,
Yeah.
I got to, because it's just
Because it's obligatory. Is that I said it right?
I would just say
Yeah.
it's an obligation.
Yeah, it's like you have to do those certain things, and right now I'm in a position
Yeah.
to where I don't want to feel like I have to do things.
Okay, I feel
Like
that.
you feel me?
Yeah.
I do have things that I have to do.
Yeah.
I have to go to school. You
Mhm.
know, I have to fucking do shit in the house.
Mhm.
I have to make sure, like, my family's straight. I have to work.
Mhm.
Those are things that I absolutely have to do. But the things that I have, the choices, the free will that I do have, I don't want to put myself in a position where I don't want to say ever, before I'm ready to do it again, that like I want to make sure I'm completely straight and that I'm kind of solidified in the things that I want to do and it has a shape, before I can bring somebody into it. Because the way my life is right now, one week I might have an influx of orders and I gotta do mad hoodies and I gotta do this and I gotta paint, I gotta, focus on working on, DGC and putting up points and doing all the other stuff. And that's a lot of shit to do and to be out of order and try to mix somebody else's personal feelings and emotions and spending time with them and like because you just take on other people's lives when you're with them, so it's kind of like I just think the energy that I could use for that I could just put that all towards myself right now. And that's another common misconception is like, when you're young you have every right to be selfish, like
Yeah.
people kind of feel like that they owe other people things, like, oh, like my friends want me to go out but I
Oh
don't really
my
want to go out.
God, bro.
Like, no, like if I decide something is for me,
Yeah.
or if I want to do something for myself in this time period of my life before I have real responsibilities, before I have like children, before I have
Mhm.
401ks to worry about and all that other stuff, like I can worry about myself right now
Mhm.
and get myself straight.
Yeah, I think, just off that point, bro, I think there tends to be like a lot of people make that mistake a lot with certain things where I think some people are overly like they just do everything for other people, and then some people are very just do everything for themselves. But like you just said, I think there's a healthy balance. Like there's a healthy level of narcissism you can have to still be empathetic towards other people, but still
Yeah.
be like, okay, well, me myself, I am important. There's things I have to do for myself, and I don't really care how other people feel about it. But if you do that with 100% of your life, then that's just too much. But
Yeah.
you can't be zero. You can't just be like, oh, well, I have to be there for other people all the time. Like myself's not that important. It's like you can't keep doing that.
Yeah, because you can't. I don't know, and I think Lay talked about this before. She was saying that like
Oh, the food's here.
I think so.
Food's
she
here.
she was I don't want to put.
Go ahead. It's
No, I'm
okay.
saying I don't want. You said it on mic before, so it's not like I'm putting it out
Nah,
there.
but
But
just say it.
you were talking about a dude that you're dating
Mhm.
and how everything happened so quickly, and like y'all just ended up living together.
Oh,
And
yeah,
before
yeah.
you feel me, like being in a situation where it's like, all right, this was supposed to be something that's fun. We're young,
Yeah.
and everything starts aging quickly. Like
Yeah.
it's just like, all right, now it feels like our worlds are just doing this, and it's about to be just,
Yeah.
like we locked in. That's like a lot of people see that and they'll be like, oh, like a person will fear commitment. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. It's like, no, I think it's good to experience those things
Mhm.
at a younger age because you can decide like, all right, boom. If you were ready, like, what, I'm ready to be barefoot pregnant. I got my degree. I got this. I got that. I'm happy with what I accomplished, and I can now focus on dealing with someone else now.
Mhm.
That would be a situation where it's like, all right, fine, she's perfectly comfortable doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
Me right now, I don't have my degree yet. I'm not done playing football. I'm freaking trying to figure out a whole media landscape. Like it's just so many things I'm trying to figure out for myself.
Yeah.
And until I'm sure in those things for myself, I feel like it would be selfish of me to bring somebody into that because it would just be like, all right, what if one week I'm fucking just super overworked and it's just like I need to make sure that I can make time for the things that I care about when I can make time for them. Like I don't want to be a person where, I'm dealing with a whole bunch of things in my life and I'm just ignoring certain aspects. Like I want to be able to give everything its a lot of time. And I feel like sometimes people get caught in a bubble where it's like, all right, now I can't give everything it's a lot of time because I'm just dealing with everything out of necessity. And when you start dealing with things out of necessity, I feel like it doesn't get the same care that when he's like, all right, like I want to deal with these things because I want to deal with them.
Mhm.
It was different. But
Yeah, I think off of that, like going back, like we talked about roles, but like the boundary part of it, I feel you have to set boundaries, and I think they should be explicit. I think a lot of times in relationship we just like to assume things, like we just like to think that, oh, I've been around this person long enough, you should already know, or like I should know what you want. Is like no, like that's a cognitive bias. Like the more you think you know someone, it's like we start to think that we could predict what they're gonna say, how they feel, or what they think. It's like they said that's one of the most common reasons couples end up in relationships because one or either both of them just thought that they knew the person so well, they knew what the person was thinking, feeling, and was gonna say, but they weren't actually listening to the person to really get that from them because who you might have known.
Do you mean that's why people break up?
Yeah, they said it's one of the main reasons because say we've been married for 30 years, but we dated 10 years prior. It's like, oh, I've known you for 30 years, I know you so well. But we don't take into account, like us as humans, that oh wait, people learn and grow and change every single day. So the person I might have thought I knew 20 years ago, I don't actually know today because
Right.
this person has been through a life, so they've changed completely. I need to get to know who the new person is, but we don't do that.
you were ready to spend your life with 20-year-old them and 30-year-old them has different mindset, different
Yeah.
responsibilities, just different wear and tear.
Hmm.
They've experienced more pain, like whatever the case
Mhm.
may be. Because people are supposed to be always changing. Like we're always just our body's always changing.
Hmm.
You know, the hair you had on your body now from when you were a kid, like everything is different.
Yeah.
So it's like when things become different, you have to realize that like, all right, are me and this person growing together,
Mhm.
or are we growing apart? Or sometimes you might be growing, you know, adjacent, but you'll never actually like meet.
Yeah, I think it has to be like that part with the growing. I think it has to be intentional. Um, I think sometimes, I guess it depends on what you believe. Some people believe that like everything that's supposed to happen is gonna happen. Like it's kind of predetermined. Some people believe in predeterminism. Like, oh, if the relationship's meant to be, it's gonna be. But I believe that we have our own. We make our own decisions. Like God let us give us free will. So in free will, that tells me that if I want a relationship to work, I have to then make it work. And if I don't want it to work anymore, then I decide, all right, I'm done. This isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
So if I realize, if I'm determined, because I have my own decisions to make it work, if I feel like that person's growing away, all right, let me figure out how to pull them back, or let me figure out how we get back on the same page. Or it's like they're pulling away, I'm done with this anyway. Like I'm gonna let it go. But I don't think that things are predetermined. That's why I think you need to constantly set roles, boundaries, understand the hierarchy in certain things of who's gonna make these decisions, who's gonna make this decision. But I feel like, especially our generation, maybe because we weren't taught from the generation before us, we don't do those things. Like we don't have intentional relationships. Like we just kind of just whatever happens happens. If it works it works. Whatever. I'm just floating through life, and it's like no, bro. Like
What's
where
going
you
on? What do you want to do?
what do you want to do? How you want to do it? I
Right.
ain't doing like
Exactly.
bro. And it's like yeah, I know there's love involved, and sometimes there's love are like oh my god, that sounds too like. And the body's like no, you have to do both. Like let the
Yeah.
love be free, be spontaneous, and do spontaneous things, but you guys have to have serious sit down conversations like what's going to be your role, what's going to be my role when it comes to making a decision about the baby, who's going to be the first one to do that, because what if I want to get vaccinated, you don't want to get vaccinated, but who's going to be the main one who controls decisions about the kids, and then who's going to be the main one who controls decisions about how we're going to financially support ourselves and move here. Okay, what's going to be your role, who's going to be the one that cooks if the phone rings, this like you guys got to do those things, or like the relationship's not gonna work. Like
Yeah.
that's how you stay married for 60 years.
Do
You
you
know what I mean?
feel like sometimes people just take on certain roles and it sticks, or that can
Yeah.
get like complicated too? And it's
Yeah,
Because
If
of
you-
skill set
yeah.
depends on who's
Mhm.
who's good at
100%.
what.
Like if you take like say you guys both are competent at finances, like you could hold your own budget, I could hold my own budget. I think you need to determine who's gonna be the main one that does it, because I might have my way of doing things, you might have your way of doing things. But if we agreed, like, yo, we're gonna both put say in. I'm not. This isn't like I'm gonna. But if it comes down to it, we're gonna trust the decision I make, and you're gonna have to. We're gonna go together. You're gonna follow me with it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because I want the best for us. You want the best for us. But I think that this is better, and we've saying that this is my role. I'm gonna play this role. Now, vice versa. If it's your role, and say like vaccines, say there was a couple who disagreed on vaccines, but we're like, hey, when it comes to the outcome of the children and making like critical decisions about the children like this, you spend more time with them. You're more involved. You know them better. I'm gonna let you take the role, the head on this. So even if I'm like, I don't think we should get it because this, and this. At the end of the day, like I think we should get it because this, and this. I'm gonna be like, all right, you got it, because that's your role. You play your role. I'm not gonna interfere. I'm gonna let you do what you do. But at the end of the day, when it's my role, don't let me do what I do, because at the end of the day, knowing roles, even in a corporation, they pick roles because then now everyone knows they need to do. We go all move in it, and we don't have to butt heads over simple things that we know. Hey, that's what you do. You do marketing. I do sales.
Hmm.
You know, let it be that way. But
Know your role, bitch. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Demigod Chronicles. This is your boy Santi Dai, aka Demigod, and we are coming back to you with another episode. We here on another beautiful day, recording in
Cool.
Garfield, New Jersey. Big up to the field, man. Last week I really showed out, bro. Shout out to Jay. You feel me? We had a good week
Yeah.
last week. It was fun. This week,
what'd you call it?
huh?
What'd you call it?
Shut up, man.
I'm just asking a question.
Shout out to Garfield, New Jersey. Jeez.
You know, when I first moved to Garfield,
Jesus Christ.
I couldn't even find it on the map. Remember, I moved from Patterson. They're like, you moving to Garfield? I'm like, going to Garfield. I look on the New Jersey map. It's not there. You see the Patterson Star, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, there is no Garfield. Where am I going? Who would have known? You know, 15 years later, that it would be such a beautiful town.
Cap.
You know?
We are. What was I gonna say?
In the holidays?
Oh yeah, we're in the holiday spirit today. Got Mrs. Claus to the left.
Oh.
Got
Something like
vegan Claus
Vegan Claus?
to the right of me.
Santa Claus is black.
Facts. So is Jesus.
I'm fucking around.
Wake up call.
Joking around, people. It's a joke.
No, but I'm here with my co-host. Introduce yourselves.
How you guys doing? My name is Christian Lopez. We got a wonderful episode today. This hat is itchy. So yeah, let's have a good time.
Hey guys, it's Alasia. I'm here another week with my brother men. Excited to be here. We had a good episode last week. I appreciate Jay coming on, and it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Is the mic picking up his coughing? Because when I'm listening back, I don't want to hear that.
I mean,
Shit.
I can't.
I don't.
I can't not cough. I gotta exist,
Yeah.
man.
See, and this is why I'm joking. I'm like, this is why you should get the vaccine.
Get the fuck out of here. That shit got nothing to do with the common cold. Anyways.
Can you vaccine for the common cold? Is there a vaccine for that?
No.
There's no vaccine for the common
No,
cold?
I think there's just like a
There should be.
quick one.
But yeah, today we got a
Sorry.
slightly themed episode for y'all. We got some stuff planned for later, but for right now, we got some things to talk about.
Yeah. I wanna start with the truck driver.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
Welcome
this-
to America.
they said, so what happened was he was going down the highway. They said he might have been speeding a little bit. But then I like someone who was on the road with him told the story a little bit from their perspective. They said that they were driving, they saw a truck driving weird, whatever. They kind of went around, they looked up, and they said he looked scared. Like he looked like just fearful. And then they just kind of went around and went going. So what happened was his brakes went out in his truck. So he's going down, he sees traffic stop, he has no brakes in his truck. So he said he tried to maneuver. So there was a truck on the side, maneuvered back out, was trying to go through cars, then eventually end up hitting cars after trying to escape and everything. So end up killing 4 people in that big crash, right?
How many? It was like four people in how many vehicles?
I forgot how many vehicles. I just focused on the 4 people.
Okay.
So I ended up getting 4 people. But what I realized again, I was thinking so much last as lawyers, man. They're so interesting to me how you could. I guess couldn't see myself doing it. So I was reading one of the prosecutors, right, and they said something like this. So when that truck was on the side, he maneuvered around it.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, well, he could have went into the truck, but he didn't and swerved back into traffic because he knew that if he hit the truck, like, he was gonna die, and instead he put his life over everyone else's life that was back in traffic and maneuvered back in traffic to save his own life, putting everyone else's life at risk. And like that was what they were using as their argument for he should be guilty for some of these, for some of them, but for the. And I'm just like,
That's nasty.
that's nasty.
That is so disrespectful.
That's nasty, right?
Yeah.
I guess they have to paint a narrative. Like, that's just their job. But, like, in the same token, where's the, like, I don't know. Like, how what made you come to that conclusion? Like, regardless, I think he was going to kill the other people, too. I'm sure that truck would have hit something that would have hit something else,
Yeah.
or that truck driver was going to die. Like, he was going to die like, there was a possibility of him dying regardless if he's in, like an 18-wheeler?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Because they're trying to bring, like, almost like philosophical freaking.
That was a doorbell? Oh, you order food. You order food too.
But yeah,
Doorbell.
they're trying to bring like philosophical shit into it. I remember I was taking this psychology class, and I was taking a philosophy class, and in the philosophy class we talked about the same prompt that we talked about in our psychology class. They were saying that, like, if you were on a train, right,
Mhm.
and the train was going a certain direction, and you saw the track was gonna end, and everyone that was in that that was in the train car with you, say it's 50 people,
Mhm.
right? Y'all gonna go off the cliff, and y'all gonna die, right?
Yeah.
But that is the track that you guys were supposed to be on, and that is your fate. Or that same train, you can switch rails, but when you switch rails, there's 5 people on those tracks, and you'll end up running over 5 people, right? But you'll save 50. So it's like the greater good
Yeah.
battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
My philosophy teacher was asking us. He said, "Would you be morally wrong to switch tracks, knowing that you're gonna kill 5 people, or would you be right to stay on that track and go off the side of the cliff because that is the track that you were meant to be on anyway? And if you didn't notice, you and the 50 people would have died regardless. Are you like, are you acting outside of divinity and stuff like that? Like, that's the debate that we're having in class. And some people like had some good points, but I feel like, you know, if I'm a train conductor and my job is to keep these people safe, the 5 people that's on the track, I feel like they should know that train tracks are dangerous to be on. So if I switch this lane, the 5 people get killed. It's a tragic thing, but knowingly letting myself and 50 other people die, how does that equate to those 5 people being on
What
the
is that
track?
called? It's called the greater good.
Yeah.
So what if on that track, right, they were like, you can switch the thing or whatever, but now your part comes off and you fall off the cliff, and the 50 other people are on the other track and they survive, then what?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say on the train, right, it wasn't 5 people, it was yourself. You had to sacrifice yourself to save these other people, these 50 people.
Mhm.
Then are you thinking the greater good at that point? Like, what happens?
I think this is where sometimes I think like real life and philosophy get like
Yeah,
mixed up because
exactly.
philosophically, like, yes, you should
Mm-hmm.
you should die, and even so, you should kill those 5 people,
Mm-hmm.
right? But when you're actually in it,
Yeah.
and adrenaline, emotions rushing, and you're thinking fast, you're not even like, I'm not philosophically thinking about it, just doing things.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, 5 people. Oh my God, 50 people. Oh, my own life. I don't want to die.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
making decisions at a rapid pace. And it's like, I think, I don't know what percentage, but a good amount of people are not going to kill themselves. They're gonna try to save their life. Some people think they can do it all. I'm gonna save these people and save my life.
Yeah.
Some people might be like, all right, I gotta kill the 5 people, or I gotta kill me and this one guy and save 4 other people. Like, I don't think someone in the moment's gonna really think
like
that
that.
way, because it's real life and we're animals, and when things are that way, we go in our animalistic nature, which is survival. So I don't know, but 110 years for an accident and your brakes going out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nasty.
Part of it is that they said he avoided multiple runaway. So this is like a common thing that trucks' brakes will go out, and if you're ever driving like, you know, on like, yeah, you probably know, like going down south, like a lot of times on these highways, like, you'll see just like these like ramps off the side that just like go up a hill. They're usually like dirt.
Yeah.
And those are meant for like if a truck's brakes go out, they're supposed to go up that, because it happens that often that there needs to be ramps on the highways. So they said he avoided multiple of them. Which I'm not saying 110 years is excessive, but you do have to have some type of like laws in place, because a semi truck is a big machine, right?
Yeah.
And you should technically be. I don't know the standard of the truck, but if it's a CDL, if you need a CDL for it, then you should have had the correct license.
I think they said,
and you should be prepared for that scenario. But again, in the heat of the moment, you can only prepare and practice and test so much. You know.
I think they said he wasn't like the most experienced driver.
He was only 23.
Yeah, he wasn't the most experienced driver, and his one excuse for that was there was a car parked on the side. But you're right. They were saying that like he could have. They were trying to like he could have prevented it.
Yeah, they said no prior accidents though, and said he passed all the drugs and alcohol tests. All that was good.
They said his brakes when he left was working too. That's something they used against him. Like he was the one who messed them up, because when they left the warehouse, they were good. So, but what I did like,
that sounds like some movie shit. Like this sounds like some. Like how to get away with murder episode. It's like some conspiracy. It doesn't sound real, bro. Like the fact that somebody could do everything by the book, have a clean record, not be like on drugs or anything like that crazy, and it's like, bro, this dude dealt with like a really scary situation and he made some poor decisions.
110 years.
But 100 for him to be literally like, you're gonna die behind bars, you can come back and live again till you're 30, and you'll still be in jail.
Yeah, that's crazy,
bro.
Yeah, that's 110 years is insane.
Yeah.
What stuck with me on that too is I saw a couple days after, even before when it first happened, a lot of truck drivers that I know, they were upset, and then I saw that truck drivers were protesting Colorado and had their cars parked right outside Colorado on the highway, and they weren't entering in Colorado, and that was like the truck drivers' way to protest. So like I always think that
truck drivers are standing for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So that's what I think.
That's
like
be.
If truck drivers are standing for him, then it makes me even think a little bit more. Like, is Colorado really in the wrong? Like, if from their perspective they're saying that this is unacceptable.
Yeah,
I would trust. I don't know. It's like you drive trucks. So if they agree that it's injustice, then I'd be like, oh yeah, all right, these guys would know. This is their expertise.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Same.
But 100 it's like I get it, he killed 4 people, but it's like 110 years is like he intentionally like they're gonna be like, oh, but it's not a life sentence. That's what they're gonna say. Like, oh no, murder is life. 100 you give him 6
That is life.
maybe he got 40 years from this one, 30 years from this one, 20 years from this one, added up to 110. But don't try to paint the picture, oh, but murder's life, this one gave him 25, this one gave him 30. Sent him away for 110
that's
years.
Madness. For someone to make a mistake, and like I seen it's always funny when things like this happen. Once again, it's a tragic situation. People lost their lives. Prayers out to those families. It's never a good situation when that happens. But people always find something to create like a Venn diagram effect. And I seen another article that people were floating around in comparison that some guy was drunk driving his truck. He killed 5 people, and he got 3 to 5 years for manslaughter.
And it's like, what state was he in?
It's like, bro,
what
like,
was the rule?
you feel me? It's like so many different outliers. Like, you have to look at what's the same, what's different in those cases.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, just chalk it up to being just like,
I think
this is a precedent for just a fucking fucked up situation.
I think systems like nowadays, not nowadays, they've been like this for a long time. I didn't mean to say that. But systems are so like complex that at times they just seem so illogical. Like, oh, what state are you in? What jurisdiction? What city you were in? What were the rules in that state for that? And it's like, bro, in this state, a person could have been drunk driving, killed 4 people. and gets 3 years. In this state, someone with a CDL accidentally his brakes go out, he panics and kills 4 people, gets more years than that. But at a moral standpoint, we could all just be like, this one is obviously wrong.
Yeah.
Like this one is more wrong.
Yeah.
But because of the way the system is, this one gets less time than this one. Like Keek said on one of the 3 episodes ago, how there's been people who are like, maybe they were captured for traffic, like they got kidnapped for trafficking, or they killed their someone was trying to rape them and they killed them and they get 10 years.
Yeah, they
But
get
this
more
person
time,
gets
yeah.
20 years, 5 years for doing something worse. It's like what? Like in New Jersey, if you defend yourself, you can go to jail for manslaughter. But if you stab someone, you get less time than what you would have got for defending yourself. And certain things, just like, at what point can we be like, all right, these systems are too sophisticated. Can we just dumb them down a
All
little
he
bit?
did was stab someone, but you took his gun when he was trying to shoot you, and you shot him.
Huh?
In New Jersey, someone could like break into your house with a weapon,
Uh-huh.
and then you shoot them.
And they
But
can
if
see
they
you.
happen to be like running away, and
Yeah.
you hit them in the back, you're going to jail. 'Cause they're like, oh, they're fleeing. But then like a place like I think even like PA or something like that.
Yeah.
But I know for sure like Texas. The moment you step on someone's property, they could shoot you
Yeah, Florida
and
too.
justify it. They'd be like,
Florida.
I didn't know him. He stepped on my property.
Florida's
That's
like
all
that, too.
down
He was the
south for
mailman.
the most part.
You know, like
I didn't see that carrier bag on his side.
I didn't recognize him.
You know what I mean? So it's things
That's
like, it's just sometimes, bro, it's
too much.
madness. It's just
Yeah.
too much. Like,
Too much.
there's a lot of things in this Western society that sometimes it's like, hey, it's a little complicated.
Even if he got like, all right, 10 years,
Yeah.
that's enough time where it's like, damn, he's about to lose a chunk of his life.
You can think about
He's gonna
it.
get out. He's gonna
Yeah.
be 30. He could figure out his life at 33.
He made a
It's
mistake.
like,
He could
come
think
on,
about
bro.
it.
Fucking 110 years is crazy.
110 years.
Yeah.
What's the next?
It's America.
Did we talk about the man arrested already?
No.
Oh, that was off camera? We talking about that off camera?
Yeah,
What?
probably.
Oh, yeah,
This was
yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, okay,
That's the
okay.
first.
So, yeah, we were talking about off camera a little bit. We like to get the juices flowing. But the man was wrongly sentenced to prison for rape. But then it turns out years later, they discovered that he didn't actually rape her. It was the author of The Lovely Bones.
Mm-hmm.
How
And
ironic.
you're right. It's crazy. But it's so crazy because what really struck me, and Asante was saying it, when they were asking her for her apology, like how she felt about it, all she could really say was sorry. Like, I said that I'm sorry. Like, what do you want from me now? Like, I apologize. It's like, wow, you sent that man away for, 40 years?
Some crazy shit.
40 years he sat in prison, and all you could really say is just sorry. After you were out free, made millions of dollars, books and movies.
She should lose everything.
Okay.
Everything.
No.
Everything she built in that time should go to him.
Not. I don't think.
But it's
that's a
crazy because
little- that's a little
it's
crazy.
such a
So that's a little far
That's
fetched.
excessive.
Yeah.
excessive.
Why is that
That's
excessive?
excessive.
She took everything from
I
him.
mean, like, yeah, I get it. I think
Yeah.
she should go to jail.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely feel like women that
She's a
lie-
millionaire. All the money she
and-
has, she should get all that money should be forfeited to him.
No, that's excessive. She still wrote the book.
Did you
Like,
write the book?
she still she still created something.
Yeah.
So like her craft and stuff like that's separate. That's like us saying like
Michael Jordan's wife didn't shoot one jump shot. She got 3 of his rings.
Oh, we go in there.
I mean
We go in
like,
there.
We can talk
We
about
go in
all
there.
kinds of things like R. Kelly. The nigga's a fucking pedophile, but that separates him and his music. Like
No, for me it doesn't personally.
I mean, like yeah, for some people they will still listen to R. Kelly, and a
No.
lot of people canceled him.
He's
But
done.
his music is good music. Like we cannot all sit here and be like R. Kelly music fucking sucks.
What gets me?
So
It's just-
what do you think would be like if we had to put a dollar amount? He spent 16 years in jail. If we had to put a dollar
Six-
amount,
I thought it was
16
40.
Not 16.
It was
16.
16.
The guy?
The
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
16 years. In jail.
Oh, okay.
He spent 16 years in jail. If you could put a dollar amount, right? Again, there is
Like
no
a
price, but if
settlement
you could
or
put a dollar
something.
amount on each year, what would it be? What do you think is a just price?
I would give him. I don't know. I would have him decide, but it wouldn't be to an extent if like it couldn't be all of everything that she worked for. No. Like if what's her net worth?
I don't know.
Pull it up. What's her net worth?
Yo, Jace, you said 16?
Yeah,
I gotta edit that on the post. I put 40.
it's fine. Do it later.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Her net worth.
Yeah, look up her net
Alice
worth.
Sebold. Net worth.
Nah, you can't take away her graph, bro. That's
She
nuts.
is. Oh shit.
That's just mad to me.
No,
I don't know.
Like, you outside
No.
and you
Okay.
outside flourishing. Like, what?
Nah,
No.
bro. Like, still, at the
She
end of
needs
the
to
day,
lose the majority of her money.
nah, no way.
I don't know if this
She
is
should
accurate.
go to jail.
What?
It's pretty low. I mean, this is a lot of money, I guess.
How much?
It's 1.4.
Mil?
Okay. For a movie,
Okay.
she
For
in the
like
writing?
a
For
author?
a book, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it,
I
it,
guess that's the
Yeah.
only book she
it turned to a movie too.
Yeah,
It turned to a movie, and she has other bestsellers too.
I guess
But
Mm.
1.6 a lot.
but
She-
that-
You never
that-
know, but those
that's
things
also
aren't that
could be
accurate.
what she just owned. Like,
yeah,
that's not just liquid funds too. You know.
sure. That could just
But-
be assets.
But all right, not lose all her money,
Thank you.
but
She owe him a check.
she owes him
Yeah.
money.
She
But the only
owes
thing
him
about
Court
something.
settlement, and then
She needs to go to jail for a couple
if they
years.
do go to court for that, what they settle on might be more than what she even has.
And I think what's tough though, is that she actually did go through a traumatic event.
Yeah.
Like she actually did. So
Yeah,
you can always say like that
trauma.
trauma messed up her decision making at the time and made her choose the wrong person. That's the only tough thing about all this. Like
Still. No.
Nah, I can't give her that.
I'm
Because-
not
Yeah.
gonna defend that.
You
Like I
you
understand.
you did go through something traumatic, but if you can say, I falsely accused this person, not because I thought they looked like the attacker, something about them kind of made me think it was them. I didn't see the person. Yeah, I had somebody in question, and I just said, yeah, that was them. Like, you said you didn't see your attacker, right?
Did you see how she got figured out?
Huh?
Did you see how they figured it out? That she was
Yeah.
lying?
The freaking the guy, he went back and investigated her. Like, he read the text,
Mhm.
and he was saying that there was too many between that and their police report. There were too many things that were different.
Isn't that crazy? He was like, they were gonna make a movie, right?
Yeah.
They were gonna like make a story about it, like make a movie about it. They took her what she said about it, then went to look up the actual case. They were like, wait a minute, this isn't the same. So what if they had never wanted to make a movie or something about it? Like
He would have still been sitting in
he
jail.
would still be sitting in jail, bro.
Like I said, they
Yeah.
need, for people doing that, bro. You're wasting dollars. You're wasting a person's life, and just in general, just everyone's time. Like, don't, unless it's a situation where it's like, all right, like I was gang raped, I was at a party, and I'm trying to identify all these people that were actually in the same space as me. You feel me? Rather than, oh, I was raped by someone, and I'm just gonna pick anybody. Like, the cases that are like that, or falsely accusing people, these shits need to start, like, no, like, uno reverse. You're going to jail now. Like, this is punishable by law. You should not be able to walk off scot-free. You should not be able to just give a bullshit ass apology. No. Like, that's not okay, bro.
I understand. I have a little brother and stuff like that, so like I sympathize to an extent with like men, and when it comes to it's very sensitive when you play with a man's name, like, and it comes to things like that. Like, as soon as you have rape next to you, it's over. Or
Yeah.
any kind of anything.
Mhm.
People just don't want to be associated with you because you have that name, regardless if it was cleared up or not.
Yeah.
So, I don't believe all her money should be taken away from her, but I do think that she should be punished and there should be some kind of settlement. To what extent, I don't know.
And to me, the worst part, not the worst part, but a really, really bad part of that is not even the person that was falsely accused and then, lost a part of their life. The person that actually did it got away scot-free, and because they got away scot-free, they could have raped more people. So you didn't do any good by just putting random person in jail.
What's even
Yeah,
crazier,
but if
bro?
she didn't know,
I don't
then
believe
she
that this
didn't know.
woman's intentions from the hop were like malice.
No.
I think
Yeah.
she probably. I don't know what
Yeah.
this experience would be like, but I would imagine it'd be quite traumatic.
Mhm.
And I've even heard accounts of like they say, like when it comes to like rapes, sometimes the court process could be just as traumatic as the rape, because then you have to like relive this whole thing.
Mhm.
And maybe sometimes you don't. So maybe at the time when she like pointed her finger at that guy, maybe she convinced herself that that was the person.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Off of
And
what,
then it's
though?
like,
Bro, and that's why, like,
That's what I'm saying. You have to have something to base it off of for me to agree with that.
I understand what Jason's saying because it's like
I don't know.
psychology, bro. It's like the cognitive biases and all these things get involved. Your mind could play tricks on you.
Yeah.
So like in the moment, after everything that's going on, she could have truly thought it was him. It's just that she was really wrong. And what's even worse about it is how this one guy figured it out. Like if you're a professional, lawyer, cop, detective,
Yeah.
like your job is to do what this guy did. How did this guy who wanted just to make a movie about it figure it out?
Yeah.
And you as professionals couldn't. Like, so, yeah, it's her fault too, but also the professionals involved. Like, yo, you guys have a job to do. I'm not sure it was a black man. So at that time period in 78, a black guy saying a white girl accusing a black guy of rape. Who knows what was like, oh, we're going to get somebody. You know what I mean?
Oh, and yeah, I didn't even say the worst part about my man had an alibi. That's the worst part about it.
Facts. He was coming home from work.
That's the worst part about it. He had an alibi. So she doubled down on. So I'm pretty sure they're like, "Are you sure this guy has an alibi?" Oh no, I'm definitely sure.
Mhm.
No. And
Yeah.
and then years later you're gonna say, "Oh, I didn't see his face. That wasn't based off anything. I'm sorry, I did that to him."
I wonder how they live with it.
No, I'm not buying that.
How
shit.
they live with that. Like, say you know
That's
that you
sad.
wrongly put someone behind bars. Like, how do you live with that? Like, what do you live in? Oh, she wrote a bestseller book after this.
The lady that got Emmett Till killed, she lives her whole
Admitted
life.
it too when she was
Happy
like
as
90,
shit.
when she was like
She's
97.
oh yeah, that wasn't him. He didn't do anything to me.
She was 97. She was old, like 92 or
Come
something.
on, bro.
90.
Nah. You do some shit like that, bro. I don't got no
And
remorse
it's
for you.
crazy that the person who did that to Emmett Till is still alive, which makes you realize it really wasn't that long ago, because they're still alive. And so the Emmett Till stuff was not that long ago.
That's just bad, bro.
But
What's the next article?
yeah, the next article was 110 years.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Oh, student loan.
Oh yeah. How can we
Student
forget?
loan
Fuck
debt.
Joe
Byron.
Byron. How can we forget about the
Byron.
student loans?
Fuck
Byron.
But you know it's all right. So
Over it.
people are
Get over
really really upset that these student loan payments are about to start up again. I'm more so. We were
Sick to
talking
my
about earlier. I really don't. I feel no way about it. You know, I went to college to have student loans, so I still don't feel no way about it. But I think to me it's so interesting, like to see everyone's reactions because people are really really upset, and I'm just always curious why. So I'm happy we get to talk about it.
I feel like Lay said. I mean, I let her say her point, but
Yeah.
people are getting their lives just back on track from being ripped from right under them.
Mhm.
A lot of people were furloughed. A lot of people had to relocate. A lot of people lost family members and people that they probably had to put money into a funeral or to
Mhm.
taking care of their business. I mean, medical expenses and stuff like that. So it's like we just got through like a really really tough time,
Yeah.
and we're not even all the way through it, as you can see, as the numbers are starting to surge again.
Mhm.
So it's like you putting people in a position to where it's like, all right, so people, and I'd be curious to see if people like how they're doing forgiveness for like people that had their homes foreclosed on and stuff. Like, all right, like we're not kicking you out yet, you can't be evicted yet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but people would have to start paying back student loans, which is for most people that work, it's a decent portion size of
Yeah.
their checks.
My only challenge to that is I feel like no matter when it would have started up again, that would still be people's response because we as people always have something going on in our lives. So there's never gonna be the right time to start up back again. So you kind of have to like weigh out pros and cons. Just choosing like, okay, this has to happen now. Like, granted, because if you did it a year from now, people would still be like, bro, with this, and that, and the third. It's like you just gotta do it, bro.
But the outrage isn't just coming from it starting back up. The outrage is coming from the promises that were made from.
But do you also know that some people, listen, and as I, I like to play devil's advocate. I don't even care about any politician. But do you know some people actually did get their loans forgiven? Not everyone, but some people did.
Yes, a very, very, very small percentage.
Yeah.
Very small percentage. But I feel like when you're basing
Mhm.
your political runs and
Mhm.
your whole thing is like, all right, like when I'm debating people, I'm saying I can do this and what can you do and I can figure this out.
Mhm.
That means you somewhat have an idea how to get something done, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you get to House and Senate and House of Representatives, and they have to vote on things, and legislature, obviously
Yeah.
those things have to pass through so many hands once it comes out of your brain for it to even get signed for a piece of paper to be approved. Understandable with that too, but I don't think you should be able to make false promises
Mhm.
and to have that be a part of your candidacy,
Mhm.
and for that to be maybe a main reason why people ushered you in to the position you're in now.
Yeah.
And then for his statement was, he said that he had no plans on what was it? He said he had no plans on extending or inquiring about loan forgiveness.
Mhm.
And that's complete opposite of what you were saying.
Yeah. I think.
Now, if you said I couldn't get it done, that's a different story.
Yeah.
You saying I have no plans on doing it when you're telling people that's your only fucking plan?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah. I also feel like it's been on pause for what, 18 months, almost 2 years. I, to give a longer extension. Even though, granted, I think some people really do need it, and I think when you think about it, I think maybe that might be a better way to do it. Who are the people who actually need it? Like, I know someone like myself, I technically don't need it. Like, yeah, it was cool to have it on pause, but it's not like now that it's come back on, I know in my life there's no stress about it. But there's people out there who they're probably really stressing that's about to happen. So maybe a more strategic way to do it was have people who really need it maybe fill out some documents, show their budget, show their cash flows. Like, yo, okay, maybe for these group of people, let's keep them on pause. But for the rest of majority of society, we need to get back going again.
I mean, if you don't have the money for it too, you can just still defer.
So yeah, and even that, So I also think that, like, okay, it, no matter when it would have started, there would have been issues. But at a certain point, we need to get back going. Like 18 months, because at the end of the day, that's their revenue. So all the stuff they have for like how they pass just the infrastructure bill, even though they're gonna print money, which is why you need to get yourself some assets. They're gonna be printing money to pay for this stuff. They still in their budgets include that revenue because we're just revenue for the government. So they need that money to do what they wanted to do. And some people, this is how I think politicians do what politicians do. Like now when he goes on a campaign run again, their side, they're going to be like, well, we did forgive loans. Because some people did get their loans forgiven. They were putting out certain programs for certain, like, especially people in the medical field. A lot of them, I think some of them got their loans forgiven. So they're going to say, well, we did forgive loans. We did get extensions. It wasn't to the amount that the people might have wanted. We're like, well, my loan not forgiven. We went longer. But they're going to always play that game. And that's what politicians do. That's why I don't like them.
Yeah, if I say I'm gonna do something for 1,000,000 people and I do it for 5, I can't say I did that shit. I don't care what you tell me.
They're going to say they did it.
I think we could have had one more year.
They still think
Things are just getting back to normal.
Can I be honest? I'm a little against the student
I feel you.
debt being forgiven. You know?
I feel you.
Because like I feel like part of my decision was like it was a very conscious decision of like I don't want to take out student loans because I don't
Yeah.
want to be in debt. So the fact that like everyone else did, and then now it's just gonna be like you wave a magic wand over like the game board and
Yep.
now like reset everyone's money. And I'm like, wait, no, I made that decision because I thought we were gonna have to carry that with us.
For sure.
So now if I would have known ahead of time, you know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
Yeah,
I feel
but
you,
times
Jace.
like
are
there's an
changing.
argument you could make, but I
Yeah.
do agree that student loan
Yeah,
debt is.
I listened to a podcast.
I'm not fully against it. I'm not like I wouldn't vote in favor against it. I'd probably vote in favor of it. But you get me? I'm just
Yeah.
like looking at the other side of it. I'm just like
Now,
it's
Jason,
a
I
little
feel
fucked
you.
up for some people. Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast and they said that something that people struggle with now is like we have these philosophies and belief, but we usually switch them depending on what it is. Like, say someone believes that, like Jay said, we shouldn't forgive all our loans, right? When it comes to forgiving loans, they're like, yeah, no, we definitely should forgive loans because they themselves have loans. But then someone would be like, well, we shouldn't give out all this money to like welfare and government. Like, we shouldn't be giving money out to people on welfare. People need to go get jobs and work for themselves. Well, that's the same theory. Like, if you believe loans should be forgiven, then you also should believe on that same logic that you should give out money to people in welfare. Like, you should give out mad food stamps. You should give out mad money to people. But if you believe that, no, government shouldn't be this big body that looks over us and helps us out and messes with everything and gives businesses money when they go bankrupt, then if you believe that, based on that same logic, it's like, okay, well, then loans shouldn't be forgiven. There shouldn't be the government, this big regulatory body watching over people. But people usually choose to believe based on what benefits them But you gotta also understand, if you want loans to be given, there's this other things that come with it that you also have to be accepting of. But if you are like, no, we're our own personal selves. We can make our own logical decisions. The government doesn't need to force me to get vaccines. They don't need to force me to do this. They don't need to force me to do this. Then you also have to understand, okay, well, then they can't be all here forgiving everyone's loans because everyone is forced to make their own decision the best way that they think they can. If you believe that, then you can't, when it benefits you, say, no, the government has to come in and help me. It has to be one or the other. And I think sometimes people don't make all those connections, that these things are all connected. And it's more so whatever benefits me in this moment, the government needs to come in and help me. When it doesn't benefit me, the government needs to stay on my business. And it's like, no, you got to pick one.
Yeah.
You have to pick one.
Yeah.
I think the government does provide like pretty good assistance if you like do it well in college too, with as far as like grants and scholarships and stuff when you're getting your undergrad. But as far as student loan forgiveness, I feel like if that was just never your intention, it should have just never been brought up.
Yeah.
Like, I understand your point, you guys' point most definitely. Like, you know, we are all responsible. We knew what it was when we took out our loans. I don't think I took out a loan until my junior year, so I know. But like, in the same token, if that just wasn't something that you were gonna do and you said you were gonna do it, then just don't bring it up. And you know, like, you did do it to a certain degree, but that's not how you perceived it to be. So I think that's what's really making people upset. I don't think it's necessarily like, you know, we want like, people knew what it was when you take out a loan or when you go into debt. They know eventually you have to pay it. I think it was just him saying that and it just not coming out the way it wanted to.
Yeah.
The way people expected it to.
And I think two things for like us as people, like lessons to learn, is one, we need to start putting our foots on politicians' neck more and like really questioning them. Because even there's every candidate does it. They promise things that never actually happen. But I think us as people never say, okay, how? We just be like, oh, we said he gonna do this. That's dope. Yeah. And we move on. Oh, Diddy said this is gonna happen. That's dope. And move on. But no one's ever like, wait, let's stop right there. I like what you said. Now explain to us how. Like, you watch a debate and it's always just people throwing out headlines, dissing someone and moving on. And we never ask people like, wait a minute. You said you're gonna forgive loans. Well, whose loans? How much of the loan? How would we get the money to do that? Please explain this to us. And then saying whoever has the best ideas after they explain their ideas, we're going to take it. But we're so quick to just accept the headline. You know what I mean? Listen to CNN, watch Fox News and be like, I know who I'm voting for. How many people actually go on the website and read out their action plan? And it'd be a whole bunch of generalization of nothing.
Right.
To really know that this person really does not have a plan. But we're going to vote for him anyway, you know? But
man, all them niggas lying. Get your paper right.
Politicians, man.
Song of the week this week is Tired by Van Halen, good friend of the show and of us.
Garfield.
Another Garfield native. Good track. We'll be back to you after these messages.
I just want all of these bands to give them all away. Breaks my heart, I won't start singing that song today. I wanna take some people out, call up my heart aways. In that drought, had some doubt, but made it out okay. I'll be honest, I did things that I'm not proud to say. Knees hit the ground, tears running down, and I found a way. Yes, I'm sobbing, my heart throbbing, knew I had to pray. I was fucked up, I was down bad in a major way. Pops pray to God for me, keep our relationship tight. We was up battling these demons, I was screaming at night. Trying to make me do what's right, and shine and find my light. But it's hard, I'm not alright, and life is tough, and that's alright. They say love is around me, I look, it's not in sight. I just want that boy that don't even wanna fight. Last shit that he see gon' be a big ass flash of bright. R.I.P. that boy and kiss his ass goodbye goodnight. All I give is love and got the hate, know what that's like. Betrayal from my friends and even betrayed from my wife. Stay solid through it all, I won't let it take my life. As soon as I get called, no I'm a ball, give me that mic. It worked out, but it took time. I was going through all of this shit and I look fine. Half love, half hate with a split mind. Trying not to flash out, I'm on a thin line. I just want all of these bands to give them all away. breaks my heart, but I won't start singing that song today. I wanna take some people out, call up my heart away. In that drought, had some doubt, but made it out okay. I'll be honest, I did things that I'm not proud to say. Knees hit the ground, tears running down when I found a way. My heart throbs and now I'm sobbing, knew I had to pray. I was fucked up, I was down bad in a major way. Show me all your love, baby, show me I'm desired. The way these women did me, that shit shitty and I'm tired. She just wants a bag, I'll plug in a supplier. We gon' him on bad time, now he on a flyer. You could get your ass torched, you fuck around with fire. I thought about my last word and I was gon' retire. But I'm on some king shit, majesty or higher. Hang around with me, I gotta check your ass for wires. You could get your ass left by Continental tires. I'm in every shot, there's no accidental fires. Hey, there's no accidental fires. Hey, there's no accidental fires, I'm on fire.
All right, so that was Tired by, once again, Van Allen. His video's out, streaming now. It's on YouTube. You know, we're going to put the links. Everything will be down there. What you guys think about the song?
I think it was very melodic, more good melody. It was more smooth. He was flowing it. It was great, and I love when people talk about things that's going on in their life. So you can hear the emotion in the song. So I liked it, and he's a Garfield native, so
Word.
much appreciated.
And if you look in the video, you see some Easter eggs in the back.
You know what I'm saying? We got a little cameo.
We got a little cameo in the video. And all that. Not too crazy though.
Superstars.
I mean, Jamie, I ain't gonna tell him that. You know, I was supposed to have a bar on it, or whatever. But you feel me? It's alright. It's cool. You know, that was gonna be my rap debut.
That was my acting debut. I was in the back like.
He did. Chris was licking his lips like that.
Yeah, like LL Cool J.
He thought it was video vixen. It's alright though. He's supposed to play into that, right?
I'm not a video vixen. I'm a star.
Yeah, you're a baddie.
No, I'm a star.
You're Lyric Galore.
No, I'm a star.
Yeah, you're with Rick Ross, who's the star.
No.
You're like just above TikTok dancer.
Wow.
That was disrespectful.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
You're a star. I'm kidding. You're a star.
I'm at least a vine maker, at least, right?
Nigga said I'm
At least.
a vine maker?
Yeah, I make vines.
Why is that any better?
Because Vine was the OG. The original was always, no, it's not about who did it first, it's about who did it right?
Yeah. But yeah, song's fire. Go get that. Van Allen, all platforms, and on all DSPs. All right, so boom. I got some Christmas questions for y'all today, all right? We all grew up, we all separate. Well, not me and you, but you know, we all grew up differently. So I'm curious to see how Christmas works in other households. The first question I have, and y'all two are both of the same ethnicity, so I'm curious to hear y'all question. Proper tree etiquette. When do you put your tree up? My tree went up yesterday.
Yeah, nah. We do it early in my house.
Yeah, we do it.
What's
like
early?
Right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
A lot of Spanish people, I see trees in the pictures at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, might even.
Yeah, mine's been up for Thanksgiving before.
Yeah, it might even be.
Why so early?
I don't know. My mom likes it.
Yeah, it's just
growing
like
up, my mom liked having the Christmas tree up. She likes that time of year. She'd be in a rush, you know.
it's cozy.
What about your house?
Personally, I don't want to sound like the Grinch.
We ain't have no goddamn tree.
I'll prefer not. I'll prefer not to have a tree up.
Why?
I'm just not a fan. If I had kids and stuff, that's a different.
I was gonna say, do you think that's gonna continue?
Mahalet is trying to. Well, we have to put one up. Put one up this year for Mahalet. We're late, but if it was just my decision, we would have no tree.
Yeah, my tree literally went up on the 19th. I mean, no, not the 19th. Today's the 19th. My tree went up on the 18th.
Nah, that's late. I feel like it should be up by the start of December at least.
Usually, though,
Damn.
nah,
The whole month of December.
double digits.
What?
Because, huh?
The tree going up double digits?
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually we'll do
No,
like the 10th.
No.
That's max.
You start putting gifts under the Christmas tree once you get to double digits.
No.
Yeah.
Not in my house.
Eh.
Not in my house. Because
No.
first
Shit.
off, you want to know why it didn't happen like that in my house? Because
The
if the
tree.
tree was if the gifts were under the tree for a whole month, by the time Christmas comes, I know exactly everything I got. For a fact, in a house with 4 boys, we was knowing everything that was under that tree.
But that's
I
part of the
grew
fun
up-
of it. Is like you get
yeah.
to see it there. You get to go up and like shake it.
Nah, we wasn't
I
shaking
did a
shit.
lot
We
of
was figuring it out.
siblings, too.
We was slick.
Well, you're ruining.
Zacto knife slick.
You're You're ruining the fun of Christmas.
Yeah, don't put them out. My dad don't put the gifts out the day before Christmas. Christmas Eve they go under the tree.
Mario,
You want to come home and
open
visually see your gifts for a month?
Not all of them, but like a couple.
Yeah, it's fun. Have your stockings like being stuffed and stuff.
Especially grandma house. Remember how many fucking kids was at grandma house Christmas morning? Oh my god.
What my dad used to do, which I loved, he would put lottery tickets in my stockings. I used to be
Scratch off.
trying to see a scratch off. Just trying to get. One year I won $100.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was up. Boy.
That's tough.
Winning $100 like 11. You just feel
That's
like
a lot.
you feel like you just won $1 million. Okay.
How many AirPods church Chris would have got with that? A lot.
What, 100? Shit.
Yeah. Because we usually leave our tree up until like the week of my dad's birthday, maybe. So like we probably take our tree down like the 10th of January. So especially having a real tree, it's not good to have a real tree and have your shit up for 2 months.
Oh no.
With lights on it.
I do
We
fake.
never had a real tree. Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys do real trees?
Yeah, I do real trees.
We do fake trees and do like real nice decorations and the lights. And my mom keeps the windows open all the time so that people can see the tree.
From outside?
Yeah, from outside.
We do that too.
And my mom is just like, I don't know. That's just like that's a holiday for us, like a real holiday. Like your family's all deciding what they're gonna cook. It's like another Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that ass.
It's just like
You guys celebrate Christmas Eve, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You two, Jays?
Nah, not really.
Oh, I know, definitely.
Yeah, when we were young.
See, Spanish people celebrate Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we celebrate Christmas and we used to wait until 12 to open our gifts. All the cousins and stuff. But yeah, it's more Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day we just like have breakfast together, but everybody does their own thing.
Yeah. You enjoy the gifts that you already got last night.
Wait, were you guys? So you said you were midnight gift opener. Okay, so how about you guys? Like midnight or
Christmas?
morning of?
So what my Christmas usually look like, and I didn't realize it was a finesse until I got older. My dad was like, you know what? Christmas Eve at 12 o'clock, I'll let you open one gift.
Yeah.
He's like, oh damn, he's let us open a day early. Sick.
Uh-huh.
But 12 o'clock, it's fucking Christmas already.
Yeah.
So I've never not opened a gift on Christmas. It's
Yeah.
already the 25th by the time I'm opening it. I usually get that one gift, and then Christmas morning, I open the gifts at my house, and then we used to all reconvene at grandma's house, probably like 12, 1 o'clock, and my grandmother used to have a big ass tree, gifts under there for all the kids, and we open up gifts over there too. That's how it usually works for us.
Man. I like to open them on the day of when I was a kid. I actually have a lot of pictures of me opening them at nighttime. So I was the type of kid to stay up all night. Just wait all night and just open the gifts at that time. But it depends, because like when I would go back and forth to my mom and dad's house, so it'd be like, I guess you spend one day there. Or no, actually, it would depend on who had the holiday. Depending on like what year it was, who had the holiday. So sometimes I'd go spend it with my mom, and then...
Yeah, what was a hot Christmas in Florida like?
Oh, by the time I was that age, because of football and everything, I just stayed in Jersey for like that time of the year. By the time I was in high school, I never left again. So I was like, I gotta train for football and stuff. But when I was a kid, spending my mom and my aunts, me, Jelani, Naisha, running, wrecking havoc. But they all get together and cook. Fake table of food, because a lot of women in my family. So that was the best. Eat ackee in the morning for breakfast. Or my mom would make porridge.
Fire.
Oh my god, yeah. That's the best part of the holidays. You get ackee, because that's just not something you eat on a normal day. It has to be like a special occasion or something.
I had that shit when I was in Jamaica. I was like, ooh.
Fire.
It's our national dish.
With some saltfish.
Anywhere else has it? I don't think no other island has that.
It was so good.
I don't think so.
I think we're only island with ackee.
I was like, oh my goodness, because it kind of tastes like I don't know. I was wondering what it was, because it was
It's
like
a fruit.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? It's really good.
It's poisonous, so you have to like clean it properly, or you could die from it if you don't clean it properly.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
And yeah, you have to wait for them to open up. You can't open them. They have a natural gas in it. That's what's poisonous. So when they open up, they release the gas.
Is it like a?
It doesn't smell like anything. But when they open up, they release the gas, and then you clean it and cook it.
Isn't it funny how fruit actually doesn't want you to eat it?
Yeah.
Like that's its way of protecting itself to stop people from eating it.
Facts.
Like there's other fruits and stuff like that. Like even things with hard shells, and you open up and eat its fruit, it doesn't want you to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so interesting.
Cool.
That's tough. But alright, so Christmas for me, right?
Yeah.
It was always a holiday that I enjoyed, obviously, because you get stuff. But I always felt like the whole same thing like around Easter time too, because like it's a holiday that's not based around religion at this point now. Because even now they're like, oh, you're supposed to say Happy Holidays, you should say Merry Christmas and all this stuff. And as a kid, we had to go to church and shit. Like leading up to Christmas. These kids now, they don't go to church. It's just about gifts for them. So I feel like, do you feel like the dynamics of it is changing now that we're getting older?
Yeah.
Or do we just see it differently because we're getting older?
Yeah, I was talking to someone about it yesterday. They said they went to the post office to get stamps, and they were looking for the Christmas stamps, and like they only had one Christmas stamp that kind of had like a religious feeling to it, but the rest of them were just like all these different holidays, every holiday, and nothing was really like religious based. And they're a Christian, so like they were looking for like a religious Christian stamp, and they couldn't even find it in the post office. And they asked the lady like, where's the rest of the stamps? Usually we're like, oh, we're changing things. They want to kind of move away from having like religious stamps, and it's just so interesting because I don't know the history of Christmas or anything, but Saint Nick Christmas, Santa was actually made from like a saint, like Saint Nicholas, who was supposed to be a really giving person. So the holiday is a Christian holiday. So it's so interesting how like they're keeping the the consumerism of Christmas, but getting rid of the religious aspect of it. It's not my religion, so I don't feel no way about it, but I do feel for other people who like maybe that means something to them. It's like basically if you got Hanukkah and was like we're taking Judaism out of Hanukkah, I feel like that's probably the same way maybe someone who's devoted to Christianity feels about Christmas being more so about consumerism and no longer about maybe what its original message was. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I feel like it's more of a season than like a holiday. They're looking at it more like it's supposed to be winter and things like that. And you give gifts, and it's like it's a festive season, but it's not like there's no more culture to it. But the way I grew up, it was always like very like religious. Everybody went to church on Christmas.
Is it supposed to be the birth of Jesus?
Yes.
Christmas Day is supposed to be the day Jesus was born. Do atheists celebrate Christmas?
I was in the Christmas play when I was younger. I was one of the wise men. Shout out to church.
You think atheists celebrate Christmas?
No.
No. So it is a religious holiday.
Huh? Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think what?
I think it's like religiously based, but I think it's gotten so far away.
It's just far.
Yeah,
It's
a festive
it's an
season
American
now.
holiday, if anything. It's like a capitalist holiday. So it's about. It's just like go out, spend money on like people you care about, and just contribute to the economy.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that? Because I'm a strong proponent of. I don't think, like the whole idea of gift giving, like buying everyone expensive gifts, doesn't really sit right with me. I'm like, why do we have to buy everyone gifts for Christmas? I do it anyway, but I think like the whole consumerism behind it, especially when the reason you're buying gifts for everyone is because they've convinced you a way of doing things in society. Like some people go into debt to buy Christmas gifts for people, and I'm like, why does society force us to do that? And if I don't give gifts for you, it means I don't love you. Now, what if I'm just on a budget? Like, what if I want to invest in my business and I don't want to buy Christmas gifts for you? You're automatically are taken as someone who's wrong. Like, oh, what's wrong with you? Why you not buying gifts for someone? Or you don't really love me because you're not buying me a gift. And I'm like, bro, this like the consumerism of it is taking it over. And it's like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. But you can't tell that to society. Everyone's probably gonna hear this and think I'm the one that's tripping.
Right.
But
I remember when I was younger, and I remember like my aunts and stuff. They'd be like, oh, like Christmas, like I just want to take a vacation, like I just want to get away from everything. And I was like, what? Like, why would you want to be away from like it's cold, there's snow outside, like snow days, Now I'm just like hopping on a flight in December. It sounds amazing. Like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cold, so.
Well, in 2020, it's not cold in December anymore. And we had 60-degree weather
Facts.
a couple days ago, and we haven't seen snow once yet this
Yeah.
winter.
This last whole week, man, it was like I was like, oh yep, climate change definitely. real.
You know,
It's the middle of December right now. It's like springtime.
Yeah.
Literally, it was so warm the other day.
Yeah, bro, I haven't even brought my winter coat out
Yeah.
one time yet.
I've
I
been-
haven't
I'm
worn a
still
winter
layering
coat
up.
one time.
Yeah, I'm still layering up in my fall jacket.
Isn't that crazy?
That's nice.
Bro,
yeah.
this time when we were kids, there'd be
It'd
snow
be like,
here. You've done
we're
good
not
ones.
going to school for a week.
Right.
You've went sledding already, maybe a
Yeah.
couple times.
Mhm.
Now it's like I haven't even thrown a snowball yet. I haven't even picked up snow and made it like it's just wasn't. You know,
What's going on, man?
What's the worst Christmas gift you guys ever gotten?
I love my dad. You know, he's just like me. No, I got two things actually. Two things I want to say. One, me and my dad are very like we're like almost like we're the same person because we spent a lot of time together when I was younger. So one year, and I get where he was coming from. I asked for sneakers, right? So this man took, he has a sneaker box under the tree. I'm excited. Like I asked for sneakers. I didn't ask for nothing else. I just wanted sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I open the box. I'm like, yeah, sneakers. I see the box. It's shaped like sneakers. I open the box. It's a Nike sneaker box. I open up the sneaker box. I'm like, I have these shoes already. Why is it my shoe in the box? My man put like $100 in the sneaker, but wrapped up my old sneakers in the box.
Christmas, like, what?
And I'm looking at this thing like, I get it, but damn, bro, that's not.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it, but it's cool. And the other worst gift I ever got, and my girlfriend still gets mad about this. One year she bought me a USPA sweater.
Yo.
So she bought me the USPA sweater, and I had to explain to her the cultural significance of what she got me and why I couldn't wear it. Like,
Like you're not gonna believe it. I got the best deal on it.
It looks just like Polo Ralph Lauren too.
She's like, I can't believe they just had this polo at a Marshalls. It was only $20. Like, it's the best find.
No.
And you're like,
I'm sorry, but I actually
darling, we have to have a conversation.
I actually can't wear this. You know what I mean? Like I just can't. You know, because my reputation's online. I can't be going outside like this. Isn't it crazy? But like, seriously, I can't go outside in this. So, that was probably the actual worst gift I ever got. I think I donated it to like Salvation Army.
Yeah, I got a USPA hat for Christmas once too. and that didn't. I was like, my mom. I think it was like one of my mom's like coworkers or some shit. I'm like, I'm not wearing this shit. But one of the worst gifts I got. So my dad got me like this. It's at this point it was like snorkels were popping, right?
Yeah.
So, I went to the store. This is when Daffy's was still popping,
Daffy.
and you don't remember Daffy's?
What's that?
It was like how Men's Warehouse is, but they sell like Burlington.
Mhm.
It was like Burlington, but they sell.
Was it like a blue sign?
No, it was green.
Was it scripted?
No.
I don't know.
But actually the Daffy's was right across from Bergentown Center.
Oh, okay.
Right across the highway. So I picked out this fire burgundy fucking snorkel. It had the fur on it. I'm like, this jacket is crazy. So my dad's like, I bet. He's like, I'll get it for you. I'll order it. And he's like, I'll just give it to you around Christmas time. I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, what do you want to go with the jacket? I'm like, oh, at this point, I had never had a pair of Constructs. So I'm like, I want some Timbs. I want some Timbs to go to the jacket. So I'm like, burgundy with the you feel me? With the yuttas, that shit gonna look crazy. So Christmas come, my dad hands me the coat, and he hands me a box or whatever. Open it up, I see Timberland. I'm like, oh, let's get it. So open it up, and it's not even the model of Constructions. Like, they're not double soles. It's like a different model of Tim, and they're burgundy. And it's like, I look at it, I'm like,
Yo.
and it's bad when when the person that gives you is like really excited about it. Dad's like, yeah, I know you said you wanted a tan one, but this one go right with that coat.
Like his intentions were like so he was like, yo, this is fucking a fire fit.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, he's gonna be so excited.
He's
yo.
like
burgundy Timbs.
Yeah,
bro?
he's like, it matches the coat. Da, da, da. So I was like, Dad. I was like, oh, thanks. And he's like, what? He's like, you don't like it? I'm like, no, I don't like it. And then my mom saw my face. So like after he had walked away, my mom's like, if you don't like it, you need to tell him. I'm like, no, I like it. I like it. She's like, no, you don't. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, I don't like it. And I said to my dad, he's like, but they match the jacket perfectly, like it. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Dad, but I don't have a lot of burgundy. And he's like, yeah, but it matches the coat. I'm like, Dad, when I get to school and I take the coat off, I'm not just wearing burgundy boots. Like I'm like fucking a hot chili stepper out here. Like, this is not it. So he took it back. He got me some constructs. No hard feelings.
My eyes burning. Did it ever happen to you guys? I don't know if it's like from wearing glasses or like, you know, your eyes ever just like start burning and like you tear up and it's like happens to me a couple times while I've been driving. Oh my God, that's when you really feel like your life's at risk in moments like that.
Yeah.
Where you driving, your eyes start burning, you gotta close them.
Terrible.
So it happens. I'm not going blind or nothing. This is normal for you guys too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. As long as you guys, I don't know. I don't gotta be concerned.
I don't think I've ever had like any really terrible gifts.
Ever?
Yeah,
Just because it's a
ever.
thought that counts, right?
Lay
Lay
was one of those girls.
These assholes over here ragging on both their parents for getting them bad gifts.
Nah, my
At least they thought
parents
about
used to
you
pop
guys.
out with crazy
Yeah.
shit. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I would say
"Oh,
she got everything off her
Lord."
list.
Yeah.
She used to get everything off
I
her
used
list.
to get anything and everything.
And
Like,
yeah,
it was a point in my life where my dad was like,
All right, so what's the best gift you ever got?
I don't even know. My dad from like 16 to like 21 would buy me like a designer bag every year for my birthday.
For real?
all right.
Yeah.
See,
Set the standard.
So I
See?
have like 2 different Louis bags, like a Gucci bag, but like it's not like that's like I don't know. Like those are, I guess would be my best gifts because they're the most expensive. My mom actually, my mom brought me these diamond earrings for Christmas one year, and they went crazy. I still have them, but I don't wear. I'm scared to wear them because I lost like a pair already, and I refuse to keep losing them.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are like my best gifts. And my parents really did their thing. They like worked hard.
Shout out to the rents.
See, it.
Shout out to the parents.
You know, and late So do you always write lists?
Oh yeah, we used to go crazy.
Yeah, I'm one of those people where like I won't write a list for someone. I'm more like, give it your best shot. And I think sometimes I set myself up because like sometimes I think a good portion of like the gifts I get I probably don't even use, don't keep, because like I don't make a list. I just tell people, hey, to take your best shot. Like,
Nah, you can't do that with my parents because my mom, she has like this idea that her kids are still like teenagers. Like
Yeah.
she'll buy you Uggs.
she will buy me a fucking t-shirt that says fucking being in college is awesome. Like she'll do like the corniest things, and you'll be like, wait, mom, what are you doing? Like, what
Your
are
mom
you
will buy you. My mother is a superstar. t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, some shit like that. Or like matching outfits and shit. So like you really gotta tell her, like, listen,
How do you feel about matching outfits?
I like this. Oh, me and my mom match a lot actually. when
Would
we
you
go
match
out.
with a boyfriend?
This onesie I'm wearing is from.
Wait, match or coordinate?
I'm cool with coordinating. I'm talking about matching. I'm
Yeah.
talking
I'm
about
cool
matching.
coordinated.
Would you
I
match
think-
your boyfriend?
We
I think
coordinated
coordinate.
onesies.
Who?
Me and my fam.
Would you guys?
2 years ago.
Would you
This is
match?
where this is from.
Match? No, probably not. Or unless we had to like go to like a big event, I'd be like, okay, we got.
I'm talking
like-
like you wearing cool grays. He got on cool grays.
No,
Nah.
That's corny, right?
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
just-
2012 Tumblr.
Damn.
I've
if
done-
we're
I've done it
if
before.
we're
I
both
can't
wearing
lie.
cool grays though, like our fits gotta be fire. Like not the same.
Yeah,
But
I've done
like
that.
it'll be similar, not the same.
Me and my ex both have the shadows,
Mhm.
and we wore 'em, but we both had on completely different like outfits.
Yeah, exactly.
Different colors.
It would have to
Yeah.
be something like that.
Yeah.
Or like if we had the same pants
Maybe.
on, we have to have like a different outfit on with the pants, or like the same shirt, a different like whole.
Yeah, I'm not with matching at all. I think it's corny. Only person I think I could ever see myself matching with is like my son, if he's a junior, when he's like under,
Only
the,
if he's a junior.
under the age of 4.
Would you name your son?
100%.
Yeah?
CJ.
No, ooh, we could call him CJ, but his name's Christian Lopez Jr.
Mhm.
Christian
Oh,
Brian
that's cute.
Lopez Jr.
Yo,
Your middle name's
CBLJ.
Brian?
you like juniors?
Just my first son, cause I'm like the last boy.
Yeah.
So it's like it's gonna be an honor to be like, okay, I'm not the last boy anymore. There's someone else to continue the Lopez name. Like if I
He
died,
still will. He doesn't have to have your full name though.
I mean, I know,
That's
but
wanting your name to survive.
no, but same. But it's also like, nah, that's my boy. He did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love. Oh.
Christian already picked his favorite.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going with my favorite. I'm not going with my favorite.
Your kids are gonna.
It's just gonna be.
grow up and listen
It's
to
gonna
this.
be. They're gonna. Everyone's gonna know. Like, hey, I was the last Lopez, and now he was the first one to be the next boy. So if I end up having 5 boys after that, we'll be able to tell the story, like how he got his name.
Facts.
But they're all gonna have their names. I got the names picked out. A lot of their kids' names.
I think I do too. But that's another story for another day. The best gift I ever gotten.
You think about having kids
Yeah,
Not
I
having
definitely having
kids.
kids.
right now?
I refuse.
When my
hate
brother
these niggas.
was working at
You say that?
I hate these niggas. I refuse. But that's another story.
That's a whole nother
it's
story.
always
That's a whole nother
it's
story.
always unwarranted.
Right? That's a whole nother story.
But when my brother's working at Office Depot, he got me this like really, really expensive art set. It's a Prismacolor set. He got me like 2 sketchbooks, a canvas. I think it came with watercolors, chalk, like these really expensive markers, fabric markers, and these color pencils. But I say that's my favorite because I used that set to make like the first mastered hoodie that like I made, and it kind of like kicked off what that whole brainchild was. So I really enjoyed that gift that year because I like when people pay attention to like there's gifts that are good gifts to get any kid, you know.
Mhm.
And my parents always did a good job of getting me things specific to what I did like, and I think Amani just kind of like took after that. So doing that was really dope. Or the year I got the DS, that was a pretty big year. I wasn't expecting to get that.
I feel like I got a bike one year, and that was like the best gift ever. Like when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
like walking in the living room and just seeing like a bike sitting in there.
Like,
Like, yo,
whoa.
what? Mongoose, I think it was too. Forget about it.
Then use it in the living room, backpedaling, not really going anywhere.
See,
So I can't wait to get this outside.
let me ask you, Malaysia, because I feel like hearing them say that, I know I'm that way too. Like the best gift I could get is a gift that I could use, like the most useful thing.
Yeah.
To me, do you feel like that too? Like whatever is the most, or it's just like what makes a good gift for you?
If I really wanted it, or I don't know, if it seemed very thoughtful. Like, I've gotten like gifts from other people. Like I've gotten like my record set that I always post.
Mhm.
Like if my house was burning down, that's probably the only thing I would look to grab out. With my records, like I love that thing. So I think like the person that brought it for me, like they really listened to me. Like I would talk about it every single day. Like I want a record set, I want a record set, I want a record set, and then I got it. So I feel like it really is like the thought. If you asked me, or if you really had like a good intent to buying it for me.
That's I don't is that like a you think that's more like based on women and men? Because like hearing them, like I'm gonna judge the quality of a gift based on its utility.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Because just some guys just like, I was like the comment jokes like, oh, you always get like a dad a tool set or something like that. But it's like, my dad around the house, he was literally always fixing shit. So if we got him something that made something that he would have to do yearly easier, he would enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I remember one year, my dad had this one power drill, and he had to like fucking take off the bits. It was this long ass cord. And then my mom was like, "Oh, we're gonna get him this DeWalt rechargeable set. Comes with all these different pieces. Comes with the side thing. Has bonus stuff with it." He was like, "Wow," and like he was happy when he got that shit. And he's like, that summer he made outdoor speakers. Like he put together some outdoor speakers. He put like a housing over it and shit like that. He like put an add-on to like our island and shit. He was just doing mad handy shit now. Just like he's you know?
Yeah, that's interesting. So so if you guys need gift advice, buy a woman what she really wants
Yes.
and buy a guy what he really needs.
Do you think, like when people, I'm a bad gift giver, or I don't know what to get this person? Do you think that equates to this person like, are you just not a good listener?
Just not paying
Yeah, I
attention
hate
to
that
you.
shit, yeah.
I think
It's
it's
like,
just,
I feel like it's
You're,
not.
you're putting the stress of buying me a gift on me.
that's what I was gonna
Of
say.
being like, yo, tell me what they'll get you, and I'm like, I don't know what I want. Just get me something you think I would like.
Yeah.
I had
$10,
this.
bro. Just anything you
Yeah.
want.
I had
Right,
this
right.
exact conversation with someone because they asked me what I want for, and I did a Christian thing. You guys know how this is gonna go. They asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I was like, give me whatever you want. Give me whatever
Christian
you
play.
want.
Well, describe one.
No. It went there. I was like, no. Just give me whatever you want. Give me whatever you want. They're like, no, like tell me. I'd rather you just tell me. Then I was like, they kept pushing me, so I had to do it. Gave a little sigh. I said, why are you asking me what I want? And they told me, are you asking me what you want because you're afraid that you're gonna you're all into picking me something? Then you're gonna give it to me. I'm not gonna like it. Then you're gonna feel disappointed in the fact that you wanted to get me something I didn't like. Got quiet for a second, and story that was it was a fear complex. They wanted me to tell them exactly what I wanted, so they didn't have to deal with the anxiety or deal with the disappointment if they got me something I didn't like. And I'm like, no, bro, like
Figure it out.
that's not it. Like you gotta overcome that. Like just in your own life, like overcome that. Like just go give me a gift, and if I don't like it, that's life. But do your best to make sure I like it. Like you know what I mean? Like don't let the fear and anxiety and don't let that boil over to other things in your life because it might be something simple as picking a gift for someone for Christmas, but these same things affect you in other areas of your life. But to Jason's point, that's what I think. Well, sometimes what it comes down to when people are like, I don't want to pick a gift. And I think that's other things too. Like, I don't want to pick a gift. Can you just do it for me? Or I don't want, even when it's something simple like, where do you want to eat? Oh, I can't like to pick where we're going to eat. It's because you don't want to pick something that no one else wants. And you're scared that if you make a suggestion that no one else likes it, it's going to make you feel some type of way that you wanted pizza and everybody else was like, pizza? No one wants pizza. We had pizza like 5 times this week. What are you talking about? Ill.
But then when you make a good suggestion, people know like, oh,
Yeah.
yo, whose idea was this? Oh,
Exactly.
whose idea? It's the risk thing.
It's the risk. Risk reward, yeah.
And that's why you just gotta, like my dad, he's a hard person to shop for. Only because he'll tell you what he wants.
Yeah.
He'll be like, yeah, I want this, I want that. But then 4 days later, there's a knock at the door and there's an Amazon package with exactly what he buys everything for himself. Like, so you have to
I do that too, though.
sometimes
Yeah.
tell him, like,
Yeah.
don't get that.
Yeah.
Like last year, my dad wanted a new TV, right?
Uh-huh.
He had a freaking 52-inch in his room. My dad is really big on watching movies and shit. He's like, oh, I want the 60-inch or whatever.
Jesus.
So, our brothers was like, all right, don't get a TV. Like, we'll look for a TV. And then do we get it for Christmas or do we do his birthday? Because his birthday's in January 3rd, so it's like really, it's close. So I don't remember which one we did it for, but we got a fucking 65-inch. We got 5 more inches. And we're like, all right, you don't need a TV for a minute.
Yeah.
So we know you're good on this. So we all chipped together. We got his ass a TV, but just with the people that do things like that, just tell them like, all right, don't get that for yourself.
Mm.
And then maybe they forget, and then boom, you could be like, all right, boom. Like my dad wanted some Uggs. I mean, not Uggs, Crocs. He didn't buy Crocs for himself. He doesn't know. He didn't know where the Croc website was, so I was like, don't get it.
That's such an old head thing.
Christmas came, and Amani got him a pair of Crocs. He's like, oh, I forgot I said I wanted these. Simple.
Yeah.
He's like, let's Giddy, $60 gift. He's happy.
He didn't know where the website was at?
Huh?
He said he didn't know where the website was at.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you'd have searched Crocs, you'd have found it.
That's
but-
hilarious. That's an old head thing. I don't know where the website is.
Yeah, I don't know what Crocs is.
I feel like that's such a foreigner thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it.
I feel like my
And
dad be saying
I wanted
shit
to
like
admit
that.
something this episode.
What?
I've never seen A Christmas Story.
What's
I
that?
just realized that. It's a Christmas movie that apparently everybody has seen.
Oh, that's
I've
with
never
the
seen that.
the abominable snowman and the,
Nah.
that-
No.
It's the one where you shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
the-
No, I
It's the
haven't
little
seen
kid going
that.
to the North Pole. He's doing all these
Nah,
things.
No.
That's Polar Express.
yeah.
No.
No. That's
It's the Christmas story. It's
No,
like came
no,
in a
no.
red DVD case.
A Christmas Story. You're thinking of the thing with Jack Frost and all that stuff. That's not it.
Oh,
Not
the
that.
little like puppet thing.
Yeah,
The Christmas story. Yeah.
Not that.
No, I've seen
No.
that.
It's a movie with this kid apparently, and I'm like, someone's like, you've never seen that? I watch it every Christmas with my family.
Yeah.
That's not even. I'm like, no, my the Christmas movie I like is like
It's
8
called-
Crazy Nights.
It's called the Christmas.
I
Christmas-
love 8 Crazy Nights.
The
Yeah,
Adam Sandler one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas with the Cranks, Elf.
I've never
Like,
seen
them-
this
those are
one.
Christmas-
That's amazing.
Those are Christmas movies that turn me up.
You ever seen Jingle All the Way?
Yeah. Jingle Away this Christmas. Like,
What's the one where they're competing? The two guys are competing for like the best Christmas house. That's what that one is.
yeah. Oh, Deck the Halls.
Oh, Deck the
Deck the
Danny
Halls.
DeVito,
Yeah.
Grinch is a classic. I think
Grinch, yeah.
Elf is cool.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I've never seen
I
that.
saw that. I never seen. I don't think I've
Never seen that. So I think I'm gonna watch it this Christmas and see if I could catch up with all the hubbub is about. But
will be
I don't know.
what's that favorite? What's
I have
the
no desire to watch
favorite
it.
Christmas movie? What's your favorite Christmas movie?
The Grinch. I don't really like Christmas movies, to be honest with you.
What?
They're
I
just
love
not
Christmas.
entertaining. That
Home
much.
Alone, the first one.
They're cool, but not like it's not something. I don't look
that
forward
counts
to
as
it.
a Christmas movie. That
Yeah.
probably would have to be. The
Yeah.
first, I think.
Die Hard.
Oh yeah, Die Hard's another one. That's
Yeah,
It technically is. Yeah.
it technically is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder people on Christmas Day.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Friday.
Friday After the
After
Next?
Next is a Christmas one.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
damn, that's a good one.
Oh, Bad Santa's hilarious.
Bad Santa.
Yo,
That's a good one.
that movie's hilarious.
Elf too. Elf
Elf
was
is
there
good.
for me.
Yeah.
Elf was hilarious. Man.
Damn, what's the other one? Keep talking, guys. Damn, I'm trying to remember.
That's another Christmas movie.
You guys have a favorite Christmas song?
When all those sleigh bells ringing.
I'm not big on Christmas, I guess, because
Yeah,
the more
I
you
like
ask
crazy
questions, the more I'm
Christmas
like, man.
Really?
I like Spanish Christmas music, but like I don't know what they're
Mi
called.
burrito
I just-
sabanero, mi burrito.
Oh, I know a Christmas song I like.
like-
What's the one? Baby, it's cold outside.
That one's
You'll get.
That
She
one's
says you'll
frowned
get
upon
pneumonia and die in that song.
frowned upon now. You know that?
Why?
Because they say it like goes against. It's like a no means no kind of thing. She's like, Mom and Dad'll be worried. And he's like, I'll take your hat and coat. And she's like, no, really, I must go. And he's like,
Oh, yeah?
baby, you don't gotta go anywhere. You know, it just goes on like that for a while.
I'm harassing you.
Again,
in the
I don't think it
song.
really.
But
I don't
don't-
think it was written with that intent.
Yeah, I
but,
don't
like,
think so.
looking back
I
on
feel like
that,
the tone in their voices.
people say
always-
like it hasn't aged well.
Okay.
With, like the lesson.
Can't argue with people's opinions.
I'm not saying you're wrong for liking it. I like it too.
Yeah, I think it's a good song.
But you do listen to lyrics and you're level, but like, oh, it's a little wild.
I like more like
this girl trying to go home.
I like more the playness and the tone of the song.
The step. What is it? Stepfather, stepdad. That one with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah,
that
one's
one. I
fun.
like that one.
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home. There you go.
Daddy's Home too.
Yeah, that was a good one. Mel Gibson raised his ass.
He is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had something anti-Semitic. One of the two.
He's crazy. But yeah, you guys ready to wrap?
Wrap it up. Yeah.
This has been
Merry
another
Christmas.
episode of the Demigod Chronicles. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Happy holidays.
To
I'm celebrating.
all-
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to say I'm celebrating Kwanzaa this year.
That's awesome.
My boy
So
celebrate
happy Kwanzaa.
Can you keep
Happy
us
Hanukkah.
updated on how that goes?
Yeah.
Happy
My boy
Eid.
Sean's gonna help. So
Eid Mubarak to all my my Muslims out there. Yeah. But
we said Happy Hanukkah.
yeah, I did. But yeah, this is a time of year more than anything.
Are we doing one more for New Year's over?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
This is a time of year more than anything for us to, really reflect on the year we've had and all the bad things that's happened. No, I'm not saying to reflect on that. I'm saying all the bad things that happened and you're still here, so that's a something to be grateful for. So to just make sure that in this time that you're taking those mental snapshots of the people that you're around and the things that you're doing, because these are really, really blessed moments to be in, because there are people that didn't make it to this point. And, God, looks over everybody, and everybody be safe. Everybody, make smart decisions. We recently installed a Ring camera at my grandmother's house, and then it put us in this Citizens app. And this guy out there fucking stealing packages off people's doorsteps.
You
I'm
still
just like,
package with grandma's thing?
no, but it
Oh, alright.
it tells you
Oh.
what happens in the neighborhood.
Corner.
People out there doing shit like that, like scamming people before the holidays. Like, come on, bro. The year's about to be over. All right, you're gonna get a lump of coal, and they need to update that too, because a lump of coal.
You think we should
Twitter said they're using that for hookah.
You think we should stop? You think we should stop
I
telling
hate
kids
the
that Santa is the one buying people gifts when parents work hard all year?
I was
round?
never told that.
I don't think
I
I'm
was
ever telling
told
my.
that.
I
I
don't think I'm
never
telling my kids
believed
Santa.
it. I had older
Yeah, I don't believe
siblings.
it either though.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm ever gonna tell my kids Santa about their gifts.
Yeah, tell your kids you bought them damn gifts
Yeah.
because you work hard and you deserve to be appreciated.
Yes.
Spend time with your families. Pray for everybody, and we're gonna be back for another episode. Follow everybody on their respective social medias at cv.lopez, at Alicia Ashton when she's available, like a sneaker drop, and she's available right now, at J Squay and at Young Lou 24. Chris, hit the people with some Spanish,
Feliz Navidad, mi amigos.
and we will see you next year with the end of the year wrap up. We talking about everything, all right?
We're gonna be talking about things we're leaving behind in 2021 and things that we're looking forward to in 2022. And tap in because you're gonna be upset when you hear what I'm leaving behind in 2021. So
Bow. Veganism.
no, that's not. I'm leaving let me tell you, yeah, it's gonna be spicy. I already know Lay's gonna get mad at me. Mahalet got mad at me when I told her, so I already know you guys are all gonna be mad at me. But it has to be said.
Oh God, that has something to do with women. Yeah, so we'll be back next week for Chris to get canceled. And yeah, you guys enjoy your holiday.
I just might.
And be careful and have fun.
It's like the more I progress, the more I keep going. Everything just progress within itself. It's like shit all just takes time, but it's fine. And I feel away. Right. We gon' make it. I just want all of these bands to give them all away. Breaks my heart, I won't start singing that song today. I wanna take some people out, call up my heart aways. In that drought, had some doubt, but made it out okay. I'll be honest, I did things that I'm not proud to say. Knees hit the ground, tears running down, and I found a way. Yes, I'm sobbing, my heart throbbing, knew I had to pray. I was fucked up, I was down bad.